when in the swampy city of Leowin, we look for alchemical supplies in the local mages guild. Inside, dark elf alchemist Alves Uvenom greets.
Nice to meet you.
In a dialogue tree, the topic Daedra Shrines only appears, as with other Daedra quests, if we'd already read Modern Heretics or have spoken with Yulin Hlurvu about Cheydinhal. Meeting these criteria, we ask, say, have you heard about a statue up the Yellow Road I keep hearing about?
You mean the shrine to Nocturnal? That's north of Leowin, east of the Lower Niben. May all your travels be safe.
Exiting the guild hall, our path is made clear as we ride through the Vale of Night across the Yellow Road north of Leowin and mount a hill with our horse to see a clandestine coven of 3 acolytes in a clearing standing before a candlelit bridge across a small body of water leading to the shrine. The statue appears to depict a woman, arms outstretched, with birds atop either arm and a cloak draping her naked body. Silently approaching a nearby Breton commoner, Francine Verlaine, she preternaturally senses us and casually comments over her shoulder.
We are not afraid of the dark. The Night Mistress gives us eyes to see night's secrets.
Eyes indeed. What other gifts other than perception should we expect? And we're answered by a Redguard commoner, Dola, who cryptically muses.
We seek what the darkness hides, and the Night Mistress is our guide.
Approaching their leader to the right for clarity, the Orc Nightblade, Morgra Gamorn. Instead, she questions.
What is your business in this place?
I was informed by the locals of this shrine of Nocturnal and decided to see it myself.
You should not be in this place. What is your business here? Do you believe yourself worthy to speak to Nocturnal?
Taken aback, we reconsider. Forget it, I'm only passing through.
Then leave, and forget you have ever seen this place.
Otherwise, yes, I've heard good things about having Nocturnal's favour. I wish to approach the shrine.
Perhaps you have been summoned. Perhaps Nocturnal desires your service and has guided you here. Approach.
Approach? Like, empty-handed? Nocturnal demands no offering. What should I expect here?
Approach the shrine, if you dare.
Before we leave, we can share. You know, the 9 aren't perfect, but there's a lot less cloak and daggers with the chapel.
I tried the chapels. They're a waste of time.
Fair enough, then.
You stand on holy ground.
Cautiously making our way to the shrine, our quest and updates. I found the shrine to Nocturnal and spoken with her followers. They have agreed to allow me to speak to the Daedra. I may approach the statue. You must be level 10 to begin this quest. Touching the base of the surprisingly warm stone of the Prince of Night, Dark and Mystery's feet, she whispers in her mind.
Night among the strangers. Secrets in the dark. Nocturnal is here. But my eye is blind and proud, stolen from its shrine and hid in dark waters. To steal from a god is most unwise. In Leowin, 2 Argonians think themselves secret, but the eye has seen them. Find these thieves in the city that spans the waters. Learn where they hide my eye. Retrieve the eye of Nocturnal mortal, and return it to me, and I shall look favorably upon you.
Now, it should be noted, an unknown party had previously successfully stolen the cowl of Nocturnal, which is visibly without during a certain quest linked at the end of this video. Adding her eye to the mix, and the cloak, which was purportedly stolen in the book Purloined Shadows, I'm starting to believe the Mistress of Shadows is floating around somewhere in her realm of Oblivion, Evergloam, looking like a right mess. Exiting the Mistress of Shadows shrine, her priest guides.
You have been set on a path. follow it.
Riding to Leyawen to locate some ocular absconding Argonians, our quest updates. When summoned, Nocturnal spoke to me of the Eye of Nocturnal, which has been stolen. The Daedra believes the thieves to be in Leyawen. I'm to go there, find the thieves, and return the eye to the shrine. Entering the damp chapel district from the west, we see the Five Claws Lodge, which is reportedly popular among beast folk. Upon entering, a towering Nord smith blocks our path, and we inquire, "Hi there, have you heard anything about some Argonian thieves lately?"
I'm Itar. Say, did you hear what that Argonian said? What's his name? You know who I'm talking about. He said any Argonian can kick any Khajiit's butt to breakfast any day of the week. You believe that? I think he's wrong. I know Khajiit can kick Argonian butt. Anytime, anywhere. And you can tell everyone I said so.
Right. Bar fighting. Have you heard anything about Argonians?
I think it's a disgrace that Argonians can swagger around Leyawen, boasting how they whooped this Khajiit silly and beat that Khajiit to a pulp.
Thank you, Itar the Instigator.
Take care.
We then approach the Argonian publican, Witsadusi, who greets.
Welcome, stranger, to the Five Claws. Food and beds, cheap and good, but most of all, your hostess promises always clean. Witsadusi gives you her guarantee. Everything clean, always, or you do not pay.
Sounds like either good business practices or something undiagnosed. Say, Witsadusi, what's the word on the street? I hear some fellow Argonians may have stolen something important. Now, if you tell me, perhaps I can put in a good word at how clean your local establishment is to the Imperials around town.
So much dirt and so little time. Pause but a moment, and you'll be drowned in the tide. Trash, mud, dust. We all love Count Marius and his father before him. Arche bless his soul. Such a fine young man. And now his new wife, so beautiful, so fine. And wise? Oh, yes. The new Lady Leyawen is daughter to Countess Ariana Valga, County Coral. And so she knows just how the county should be run. Lady Alicia tells Count Marius exactly what to do, and he does as she says. But listen to me, cawing and chattering like an old fish crow. Take care.
Although we are no closer to finding the thieves, the innkeeper may have given us an unconventional lead during her rant about the Count and Countess. And so we make our way to Castle Leyawen, and atop the throne sits Countess Alessia Caro, alone, who introduces.
Welcome to Leyawen. I'm Alicia Caro, and I have the honour to be the wife of the Count, Marius Caro.
It should be noted, if we had approached her as an Argonian, she would have instead said,
I am Countess Alicia Caro, wife to Count Marius. I think Leyawen would be better off if we removed all the dirty Argonians such as yourself. You wouldn't have a problem with that, would you?
Knowing her feelings about the lizard folk and wondering what Witsadusi would say if she heard this, we inquire, Milady, this is why I've come to you. I've heard local Argonian thieves are about, and I'm here to stop them.
In these difficult times, we must count on persons such as you to secure our borders from bandits and rabble-rousers. We all profit by your lawful pursuit of the unlawful, and we encourage you to attack, burn, loot, and destroy them wherever you can. Be seeing you.
Realizing that Caro takes a hard stance on crime, we then divine perhaps these Argonians that stole from Nocturnal are indeed repeat offenders. And so with this tenuous link, we rush to the castle dungeon found in the eastern wing. Once inside, the castle jailer greets.
Protect and serve. It's what we do.
Hello there. I'm just looking to visit a prisoner.
Well, since we don't have any Argonians, I can allow it. The Countess won't allow visitors to Argonian prisoners. I'll be watching, though.
Wait, no Argonians? It should be noted, found beyond the prison is a hidden, horrific torture chamber the royals use to extract information or perhaps nightly entertainment from their poor Argonian prisoners. Again, this will be linked in the same Thieves Guild video at the end of this one. We stop the jailer as he ambles forward and he queries.
Can I help you?
Have you heard of something called the Eye of Nocturnal?
Eye of Nocturnal? Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Look, supposedly Argonians stole it. Have you heard anything about Argonian thieves, perchance?
Weebam-Na and Bajin have been bragging about some big score they made recently. They claim it's a valuable jewel. Who knows with those two?
Oh, really? Bajin, you say?
She wasn't a bad sort until she hooked up with that rascal Weebam-Na. That's where you're likely to find her, at Weebam-Na's house.
And Weebam-Na, I bet, is there too.
He's always got some scam going with Bajin, his partner. You might find them both at Weebam-Na's house. Good day.
Our quest and updates. I have been told that Weebam-Na and Bajin were recently heard talking about a valuable jewel that they had found and how it would make them wealthy. Heading to the eastern quadrant of Leyawen, we see across from the house for sale and near the pond, the Argonian Weebam-Na's abode. Not so cautiously, we enter and overhear.
Good morning. Did you hear Itar stirring things up again?
He's always trying to stir things up. I don't think he means any real harm, though.
See you.
Farewell.
See, personally, I definitely think Itar is looking for a race war for his own amusement. Regardless, we focus on the task at hand and scan the shack, noting all the places these bunglers could have hidden the eye. Approaching Weebam-Na, he barrels into his own questionable tirade.
Rats, hate them, everyone. Gonna hunt them down and chop them all to tiny bits. Oh, did I say that out loud? Excuse me, I'm Weebam-Na, the hunter. You got to excuse me, I got rats on the mind.
Right, rats. Not exactly sure that's the number one thing you should be worried about right now.
Have you seen all the rats around here? It's making me crazy. First, this guy decides he's gonna make $1 million. Opens a fancy restaurant. Rats in a cream sauce, rat flambe, rat necrom with bone meal gravy, deep-fried rat, lemon rat and wild rice, rat ragu with powdered deer penis. Of course, when the guard found out, they ran his sorry butt right out of town. But they left the rats. Rats.
Rat ragu with powdered deer penis. Where was that in the official Elder Scrolls cookbook? Sorry there, old boy, I got momentarily distracted. Did you say your name was Weebam-Na?
I am Weebam-Na. What do you want?
What I want is the Eye of Nocturnal. Know about it?
Never heard of the thing, and neither has Bajin. You ask too many questions.
Bajin, presumably hearing her name, strolls up to introduce.
I'm Bijin. I'm a hunter and Weebam-Na's partner. I hope he didn't bother you about the rat thing. He's gone totally rat cuckoo, I'm afraid.
Yes, I'm still reeling from the deer penis. Tell me, what are you doing in Leyawen?
Maybe Weebam-Na told you how we got all the rats here in Leyawen. It's not so bad. He's been killing them for months.
Really? So he was killing rats while you took the Eye of Nocturnal, huh?
Why? Why would you ask? I've never heard of it. No idea what you're talking about. And Weebam-Na doesn't know either. Good day.
Smelling a rat with the Argonians double talk, our quest updates. Bajin denies knowing anything about the Eye of Nocturnal and tells me Weebam-Na knows nothing either. Perhaps I should try to listen in on their conversations and see if they offer any clues.
Fresh game.
As soon as the two believe we've left earshot, Bajin then begins.
But what if the trolls eat it?
Shh! There's someone here. Wait until they leave.
Our quest then abruptly updates. I overheard Bajin and Weebum Na talking, but they stopped when they realized I was there. I must eavesdrop on them without being detected. Re-entering the house at a later time, we eavesdrop successfully.
But what if a fisherman uses the cave?
No fisherman is going into Tidewater Cave. It's full of trolls. We have to sneak past them, remember?
We should go get it right now.
And have one of your nosy friends snoop around here and steal it? No. It's safer in Tidewater Cave.
You're right. I know. I'm just worried. I'll try to calm down.
With that damning conversation, our quest updates. I overheard Bajin and Weber Na speaking of Tidewater Cave and the treasure they've hidden there. I should investigate the cave. Caught red-handed, we pull our torch and approach Bajin, and she offers.
Go ahead, please.
I just heard you talking about Tidewater Cave and wanted to learn more.
I know nothing of the place. Just an old cave, from what I hear.
Let's see what Weebum Na has to say about it.
Good day.
Go ahead, please.
Weebum, you're a proficient hunter of rats and other things. Tell me, do you think there are any rats in Tidewater Cave?
Tidewater Cave? Tidewater Cave, why do you ask about this place?
We then have two options of either. Bajin mentioned it to me.
Bajin? Bajin knows nothing. Bajin tells stories. Silly Bajin. Shame on Bajin to tell such silly stories.
However, if we don't want Bajin to get into a domestic, we can instead say, I thought you mentioned it.
I did no such thing. I think perhaps you've been spying on me. Yes, spying. You cannot have my treasure.
Treasure? So you do know about Tidewater Cave?
There is no need to speak of that place. It is a bad place.
Look at the muscles on you.
Post Bajin flirting. Our quest updates. Weebum Na suspects I've been eavesdropping on his conversations. I must get to Tidewater Cave and look for the Eye of Nocturnal. Now, it should be noted the quest actually can diverge into two separate paths to either succeed or fail, which requires us to attack the Argonians in cold blood. Letting them live for now, we depart for Tidewater Cave. South of Leowin, we ride down the Panther River to be mauled by a troll that came out of nowhere. Stunned that we've lost our bay horse, we trudge forward on foot to the entrance of Tidewater Cave. Inside the damp opening, we locate a skeleton to our right, clearly an adventurer foolish enough to venture into this death trap. In front of us, we see a lone rat and dispatch it without alerting any of the other cave's occupants, although we think we can hear them among the steady drips. It's only when we turn to the first submerged tunnel on our left we see a figure waist deep in water. At first it looks like Weebum Na, but we soon loose an arrow realizing it's a deadly troll. Now it should be noted, I left this on the hardest difficulty setting just to show what kind of an abrupt death you could expect. Otherwise, if we contended with the trolls in a more reasonable difficulty. Contending with the troll, we round to the corner to our left and see something beneath the water. Diving down, we then locate a leveled chest with some low-level valuables to boot. However, to the right, an orb with tendrils jutting out glows ominously in the depths, as if awaiting our arrival. Picking up the orb, our quest updates. I found the Eye of Nocturnal. I should return to the shrine. Very clever of those naughty Argonians to drown the eye, thanks to their ability to breathe underwater, no doubt. But how did they manage to sneak past the trolls, we wonder? Before we attempt to receive our reward, we should first explore what happens if we instead failed the quest and fall out of Nocturnal's favour. Well, it should be noted, if we'd killed the 2 Argonians before they had discussed the cave's whereabouts, our quest would update depending on who we killed first, such as, Bajin is dead, so I can't learn where they've hidden the Eye of Nocturnal, except by searching every dark, wet place in the world. Well, that's, not narrowing things down. Looking for more information, we could return to the shrine and attempt to speak to the blinded Nocturnal, and we find nothing happens. It appears the quest has all but failed, but in an unexpected twist for Oblivion, you can literally do as the quest updated and search every dark, wet place in the world, and if you somehow happened upon Tidewater Cave, the eye would be there, giving us the opportunity to pass the quest despite our earlier blunder. In fact, you can actually technically go straight to the cave after receiving the quest from Nocturnal and find the eye without even having to go to Leyawen at all. Now successful, we near the gathering of worshippers, and the orc priest then guides.
You have been set on a path. Follow it.
Approaching Nocturnal's shrine, eye in hand, the Daedra congratulates.
My eye is returned, and I once again see into the darkness that is your world. We mock the thieves, for bitter is their loss. You, mortal, may take this. It shall open the secrets of dark places for you.
Our quest then updates. Nocturnal was pleased that I've returned the Eye of Nocturnal. I've been rewarded with the skeleton key. Not only do we receive 1 point of fame, but also the aforementioned skeleton key, which is an unbreakable lockpick, which makes it invaluable, and it increases your security by 40 points as well. Exiting the camp with a few hard locks in mind, Morgra Gamoran instructs.
Keep the key safe.
If you want to stay up to date with the latest videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Plus, if you're looking to support the longer lore movies and channel in a more personal way, our Patreon is linked at the end of the video. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, Traveller.